Hey everyone, welcome back, Southern Bayou Adventures. Today we're gonna cook some Southern barbecue beans, and it's great because in the South here we are one of the places where you can get some of the best barbecue you've ever put in your mouth. Now, so what we're gonna cook today is something to go with that great barbecue, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. It's very easy and it's great for church cookouts, or you can take it to neighborhood cookouts, or you can just sit in your backyard and just make you some baked beans. Baked beans are very healthy and very hearty, but this is my take on baked beans. I set these things up and I put them out there, and my wife and my daughter and my neighbors and all them grandkids, they just love these baked beans. And there's a secret to these baked beans that will draw a kid right in and have them just with a big old plate of them. And we'll go over that in just a minute. So I'm going to get this thing started here. And I got my old cast iron skillet here. And that's what we're going to be cooking these baked beans in today. And I've also got my old Traeger over there. And it's getting warmed up and ready to go. And so what we're going to do is when we get these baked beans all ready and mixed up in this here cast iron skillet, we're going to put them on the smoker. And when we put them on the smoker, that's going to give them that hickory smoked flavor that just sets them apart from any other baked beans you've ever put in your mouth. So with that, let's get this thing rolling here. Now, let me turn the gas on just a little bit. And let me get this here Blackstone cranked up. And we're going to start cooking. All right, so I went ahead and prepared a few things here. And I got on this here tray right here, first thing I got a fly running around here about to drive me nuts. But on this here tray right here, this is the secret ingredients. Hot dogs. If you ain't ever had hot dogs in your baked beans, you are missing something. And that's what I'm talking about. Those hot dogs are a kid magnet. They will draw every kid in the neighborhood. I don't care if they up there swimming at the swimming pool, they smell this me cooking over here and they looking through the fence. So, but hot dogs just adds that little bit of extra what you need for baked beans. Now I also put some hamburger meat in my baked beans, so that makes them taste really good. And then I also put some bacon in there. Bacon goes on top. And then, of course, onions. And we put these onions in. So I'm going to let these onions kind of saute a little bit over here on the side. I don't want everything cooked to death because we're going to be cooking them on the smoker for about 2.5 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this bacon out a little bit here before I get it going. Because I don't want this bacon cooked too much either. Because I want that juice to drop down into... Oh, I got a lot of bacon on here. So we got this here going. Everything's moving along really good. I'm going to chop this up a little bit because I don't want patties on there. Put it like that. Now I'm cooking a little bit faster today because it's gonna, well, I said I was gonna cook a little bit faster. I think I'm gonna turn this thing down a little bit because it's starting to go pretty fast. Put me a little bit of oil on these onions just so we don't stick, and on these hot dogs so they don't stick. We get plenty of grease and stuff from the bacon, so you know the bacon's not going to stick. If you have your Blackstone conditioned good, your food shouldn't be sticking. So, and conditioning a Blackstone is very easy. If you got food sticking on your Blackstone, it's okay. Just recondition it. After every cook, you want to cook it. You want to just recondition this so it's nice and you get that black coating on top. And that makes it really nice and food just don't stick to it. So down here in the South, you know, we have a lot of barbecue cooks. And I tell you what, there's some good barbecue cooks out there. And then there's some that's just learning. And that's all right. Everybody gets out there and cooks on the barbecue grill, or if they got them a smoker or Traeger, or a lot of times they use them their green eggs. Still hadn't figured out how to cook on that green egg yet. But I smell barbecue on the weekends. I smell it. I smell it. And I go outside and I smell it and I say, whoa, somebody's cooking some barbecue. Because that hickory smoke on a nice early Saturday morning, man, it smells good. It smells just like a smokehouse. So the main ingredients on this these baked beans are hamburger meat, hot dogs, bacon, and onion. Now we got some other ingredients that we put in there, and to you know, give it a little bit more taste, you know, barbecue taste. I put some seasoning in there. I got some barbecue sauce that I put in there. I love Baby Ray's, Sweet Baby Ray's. That's my go-to barbecue sauce for this dish. And it's really good. I mean, it gives it a nice sweet barbecue flavor to it. And it's really good. And then I put some ketchup in there, and I put some yellow mustard in there, and some Worcestershire sauce. You know, just put everything you got in the cabinet in there. It don't matter. And then I usually like to put some sweet barbecue rub in there. Now, this old boy's got a YouTube channel too. He's pretty darn good at barbecue. His name is Heath Riles. He's really good at barbecue. So if you ever just look him up on YouTube, you'll see he's good at everything he does. So I'm going to go ahead and get these beans while this is just hanging out here cooking a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and get these beans opened up. And we're just going to take these beans and we're going to dump them right in this pan right here. Now, normally I use bush beans. You know, bush beans are the ones that got that dog named Duke. And I think they up there in Chestnut Mountain, Tennessee somewhere. I know I saw them on the way. When I was headed up to Dollywood one time, I saw them up there and I thought, doggone, I'd rather go to this Bush's Beans factory than go to Dollywood. But I was hauled into that Dollywood and made walk all day long. So, but I got these Dakota beans. I got them from Aldi. And they got the same stuff in them. They just that's just Aldi's name brand baked beans. So, you know, they cheap. I like cheap because you know, when you cooking on YouTube, you got to think about cooking on a budget. Because I do a lot of cooking, and man, if you start making YouTube videos on cooking, man, you run out of people. You run out of people to feed. And you can only eat so much. And, you know, some of that food, you go around there to Publix, you're going to have to get you a second job just to shop at Publix. So I try to find some better ingredients and stuff, but they all the same. These baked beans are all the same. They don't, they not much different. Because you're not eating them by themselves. You doctoring them up with all kinds of stuff in your baked beans. So, oh, those are looking good. Them hot dogs, you want to get a little bit of caramelization on these hot dogs because you want them to be a little caramelized. This hamburger meat, that hamburger meat's about good. Let me move this stuff around just a little bit. I got a grill full today, boy. I tell you, I don't know, reckon I'd have much more room for nothing on here. So, I got, this bacon's looking good. Yeah, that bacon's looking really good. You don't have to cook your bacon all the way through because it's going to cook in your smoker also. I just like to get a little bit of caramelization going on, a little bit of flavor. And I use the bacon to kind of cook a little bit of flavor and run everything. Now, see there? That's how you want your onions to look. You want them just to get a little soft. You don't want them cooked all the way through because everything's going to cook when you put them in that smoker. So, all right. So this right here is ready to put together. So let's get these beans over here. So there's the beans in the pot. So we got them in. Let me grab me a spoon instead of this spatula. So got the beans in here. First thing I'm going to add in these beans right here. Boy, them beans look good. First thing I'm going to add is some brown sugar. Now, I usually put about a cup of brown sugar in there because I like everything sweet. And if you're from the South, you like stuff sweet too. And I just got to put that brown sugar around. Now, that brown sugar is going to give it a taste like you ain't never had before in your life. But I just mix that stuff up really good. And then come in here with the old ketchup. And you want to give it about a squirt. That's about all you want to give it, about a squirt. And then you got you some mustard. Just give it about a squirt too. I don't know how to measure that out. And then on this Worcestershire sauce, you want to just hit the Worcestershire sauce on there like that, you know, just around there to make it look good. And then I come up here with this here Sweet Baby Ray's. And this Sweet Baby Ray's is just the original, you know, regular old Sweet Baby Ray's. And just give just give it a good little generous amount. Because you're making barbecue beans. So with that being said, here comes the Heath Riles Sweet Barbecue Rub. I put a little bit of that on there like that. And man, you talk about it, it's going to taste just like you just smoked a butt and throwed it in there. So then I take my hamburger meat and I plop that in there like that. And then I get me some of them hot dogs, put them in there. You know, this is what makes a kid go crazy. You know, kids love hot dogs. If you ever have a kid that won't eat nothing, just put a hot dog in it. He'll be over there like a dog won't eat it. But I tell you what, all my kids, they're pretty good about eating. So they like eating. So then I put some onions in there. Might have had a little too much onion going in there. Ah, that's good. And then we want to give this stuff a little stir. And we want to stir this up like so and get it all stirred up. And get it mixed really good, because I mean, doesn't that look good? I tell you what, you take this over to one of your backyard barbecue, neighborhood barbecues, and you whip this out on somebody and you watch what their face does. They'll be like, "Did you make that?" And you say, "Yeah," but they have no idea because they're not expecting all of this stuff in here. But those hot dogs and that barbecue sauce, and then you come back here and you start layering on the bacon now. And you put that bacon on top of there, so that way when they get them a spoonful of this stuff, they can taste the bacon. That barbecue sauce is going to get in that bacon, a little bit of that bacon grease is going to get down there on it. And man, you talk about good. This is some good stuff, because this is smoked bacon. This is going to be smoked bacon whenever it's done, because we put it on the smoker. I just fix her up just like that right there. And once I get it all together like that, then what I do is I take it over there. Woo, that pan gets hot fast. Boy, I like to burn my hand on that one. I ain't got nothing to pick this thing up with. All right, so I'm gonna take this right now. Now, don't that look good? Now this right here, once it's done, it's gonna cook for about 2.5 hours in a smoker with some hickory smoke on it. And then when it's done, it'll be done. Now I'm gonna walk over here and put this on the smoker right now. I'll be right back. I know y'all hear me. Let me turn this here thing around. I'm gonna turn this thing around here. My hand's a little greasy, so bear with me. There's my Traeger. There's my Traeger right there. And I've got this Traeger going. And so I take this right here and I stick it on there like that. And I just let her go like that on the Traeger. And it's going to smoke for about 2.5 hours. And then once it's done, I'll give y'all a little taste of it. But I just want to say, I'm really impressed with this here Traeger. I mean, the Traeger, I love the Traeger. I'm really impressed with this here Blackstone because there ain't been nothing I hadn't been able to cook on this thing yet. And I'm looking for something that I can't cook on it, but I can't find it. I was on there yesterday and I was going through everything, and I saw that you could make dessert on this thing. And so we're going to try that later, but right now we just going to do the barbecue beans. So y'all stick with me. I'll be right back and we'll go over how these barbecue beans turn out. Hey guys, I'm back. All right, now we're fixing to take these beans, these Southern barbecue baked beans, we're fixing to take them off of the grill now, off the Traeger. They've been on the Traeger for 2.5 hours. About 2.5 hours, and I was rolling them about 225 degrees and smoking them with hickory pellets. So let's see what they look like. Oh my God. Woo, them beans look good. Can y'all smell them? Oh, them beans is looking really fine, really fine. Let me get this here. I'm gonna reach in here and get them and pull them out there so y'all can take a look at them. Now that right there, y'all see that? That right there is some Southern barbecue baked beans off the smoker. Woo, they smell so good. And that brown sugar is set up in there. And these things got them hot dogs in there, they'll attract them kids. So I tell you what, this is the way to cook baked beans if you go into a backyard barbecue. So just get outside and try it. And you can cook these in the oven also. So I just like a little bit extra smoke flavor to them. But yeah, you can cook them in the oven. They taste just fine. So I'm going to set them right back over here. And that way, that cast iron's a little heavy. That cast iron's heavy. But anyway, I want y'all to enjoy my channel and come on back and visit me sometime, because we're going to be cooking up a lot of stuff. And I got some specialty recipes for y'all. So just stay tuned and keep coming back, because I'm going to keep on putting up more videos every day or every other day. I don't know. It might be once a week. It just depends on what's going on, if it's raining or whatever outside. But just come on back and visit me sometime, and we'll talk to y'all later.